There are places in America where the land itself seems to breathe with secrets. Towns where the night carries whispers, and where shadows cling to you longer than they should. One of those places is Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Locals will tell you that if you walk alone near the abandoned TNT plant on the edge of the town, you might feel at first the weight of silence pressing against your chest, the uncanny sensation that someone or something is following you. Then you may see them, two eyes glowing like coals in the blackness. They call it the Mothman, a creature of impossible size, standing taller than any man, its wingspan wide enough to blot out the stars, its body half human, half something unknown, and those eyes red, burning, unblinking, staring straight into your soul. Whispers in the night. The first time I heard the story, I thought it was nothing more than small-town folklore, one of those tales that people invent to scare their children into staying home after dark. But the way the old-timers spoke of it, their voices shook, their hands trembled. These weren't just stories. They were memories. In November of 1966, two young couples were driving near the TNT plant. What they saw that night would haunt them forever. Out of the tree line emerged a figure, enormous wings, with red eyes that pierced through the darkness like twin lanterns of hell. It didn't just watch them. It followed them, soaring above their car as they sped down the winding country road, its wings slamming the air with a sound like thunder. No matter how fast they drove, it stayed with them, silent but relentless. When they reached town, pale and trembling, they swore it wasn't a bird, it wasn't a plane. It was something else, something that should not exist. The harbinger. What makes the Mothman so terrifying isn't only its appearance, it's what comes after. Every sighting seems to foreshadow disaster. Crops failing, people falling ill without explanation, accidents on the roads, fires in homes. And then, the tragedy of December 15th, 1967. That night, the Silver Bridge, a massive suspension bridge that carried hundreds of people across the Ohio River, collapsed without warning. 46 lives were lost in the freezing black water below. In the days before, dozens swore they saw the creature perched on the bridge, its glowing eyes fixed on the rushing traffic below, as if it was waiting, watching. Some claimed they heard wings in the fog. Some said they felt an overwhelming dread, a voice whispering in their heads, "Leave before it's too late." But no one listened. And then steel screamed, concrete shattered, and the bridge was gone. A curse or a warning? To this day, no one knows what the Mothman truly is. Some believe it is a demon, feeding on fear and death, appearing only to mark its territory with human suffering. Others say it is a guardian, a twisted angel trying to warn those who will not listen. I remember one old woman in Point Pleasant telling me, "It doesn't want to hurt you, but if you see those eyes, child, know that death is close. Whether it takes you or someone you love, you'll feel it soon enough." And then she crossed herself, whispering a prayer, as if speaking its name alone might summon it. The forest at night. I made the mistake of walking near the ruins of the TNT plant myself. One autumn evening, when the mist rolled low over the marshes, the place is a labyrinth of concrete bunkers and decaying towers, where the air smells of rust and rot. At first, it was only silence. No crickets, no wind, just the heavy, suffocating quiet. Then the sound, faint, almost imperceptible, of wings. Not the flutter of a bird, but something larger, heavier, dragging the air itself as it moved. I froze. The temperature dropped and my breath came out in white clouds, even though it was not yet winter. And then the eyes. They stared at me from the tree line, brighter than any reflection, glowing with a steady, merciless light. My legs refused to move. My chest locked up. It wasn't just fear, it was paralysis, as if those eyes alone held me captive. For one endless moment I thought it would come for me, that I would feel claws around my shoulders, wings folding over me like a shroud. But then it lifted into the air, its shadow blotting out the stars, and vanished into the mist. I don't remember how I got back to town. Only that when I reached the streetlights, my hands were shaking so badly I could barely light a cigarette. The question that remains: decades have passed, but sightings still surface. Truck drivers on lonely highways, hikers in the woods, a glimpse of wings in the fog, a shadow with eyes like burning coals, watching from the tree line. And always, after the sighting, something follows. A disaster, a death, a tragedy that seems too close, too soon, to be coincidence. So what is the Mothman? A demon feeding on our fear? A monster that delights in ruin? Or a broken guardian, cursed to watch us destroy ourselves, appearing only to warn us of the inevitable? No one knows, but one thing is certain. If you ever find yourself on a dark road in West Virginia, if you ever feel the silence pressing in around you, and see two red eyes burning in the black, remember this: it is not there by accident. It is there because something is coming, and you will never be ready.